All right, we're going to get this thing started now. Heath has been messing this thing up for us. So here we go.
Every singer needs a song. Every bell cries out to be around. Every dog wanna wag its tail. Life ain't nothing but a pilgrim trail. Every message needs a dove, and everything grows with a drop of love. We're all hanging on tooth and nail. It's a rocky road, this pilgrim trail. Pilgrim trail, pilgrim trail. Sometimes heaven, sometimes hell. Pilgrim trail, pilgrim trail. Let's meet up down the pilgrim trail. For a sail, like every campfire needs a tale. We're on this freight train going down the rail. Together on this pilgrim trail. Pilgrim trail, pilgrim trail. Sometimes heaven, sometimes hell. Pilgrim trail, pilgrim trail. Where everything is up for sale. Pilgrim trail, pilgrim trail. Let's meet up down the pilgrim trail. No return, baby, on the summer night. A shot of love and a spark of love to breathe. Stars align and the month times night burn like a dried out leaf. Are we leaving on the next train, baby? I do believe. Come on, let's ride this train. Come on. Now I ain't missed a 9 to 5, I don't hear it in my song. I'm gonna pull my weight, don't get me wrong. A brand new start and a whole new part, they are big old shoes to fill. I'll be there on that platform, babe, you know I will. Come on, let's ride this train. Come on, let's ride this train. Now nothing is this run for life, you'll never find its match. So you live to be a million years. All hearts are lost by default in the time of a single beat. We're leaving on the next train, babe, so take your seat.
everybody, and welcome to the late Monday night live stream. I'm Tom Kovichak, and this is Tom's Trains and Things. Had a little bit of technical difficulty there. First, my battery went dead on my mouse when I was looking at the live chat, and I couldn't get out of it. I had to run and get another battery and realized that the stream key was wrong, so I restarted it, and it didn't take the new stream key. So I want to say hello to everybody. And Anfield Road, how you doing? Vinny, BNSF, Dwayne's Fork and Spoon, Dustin's End Scale, Humanity. It's all your fault. You did it. As soon as you logged in there, it started having problems. Indian Head Valley, Wilmer, how you doing? Okay. All right, James Galton, Joe Rader, John 2618, Ken Amos, Manny Fernandez, Marty M, Motorman 2015, New Ferris Railroad Bill, Art PDRR, Possum Bayou, Rusty, Randy's Rock and Roll Railroad McCarter. That's a mouthful. How you doing? Raybo Bell, RDNT, Schuylkill River Valley. How you doing, John? Scott Eric Catalado, William, Southern 207, Sparky, Steeler Fan, Frank, Steve Childress, Steve 87th, PSAP, The Train Freak, Jason, why are you naked for? Oh my goodness, we got a bunch of people in here tonight, and we also got a special guest. And I want to say hello to everybody that's been lurking in there also. So we should get started with this right now because my guest is over there going like this, falling asleep. He's been waiting and said, so here we go. This guy right here, and he's still sleeping. Look at that.
Are we live?
All right. But live. Wake up. All right.
Let's do this thing, Tom.
How you doing? Glad to see you made it through all this.
I was here. I promise you, I was hands off. None of those problems were my problems.
I know it. None of the problems showed up until Heath logged back on. I seen him in the chat, and the battery on my mouse froze up, and I couldn't get out of the chat.
Oh my! All hell broke loose.
And I look at my laptop over here, and I seen, okay, the stream isn't on. I said, what is going on? And I just remembered, okay, last week I messed up and I had to rebuild my entire production here because I ended up deleting it. So I had to redo everything on there. And I guess the one thing that I didn't do was put it back to the correct stream key when I when I was checking everything. That's the one thing that I didn't check.
Awesome. So, well, hello everyone in chat. How's everybody doing? Heath mentioned I'm not too loud tonight, and that's only because Tom has a way of controlling my volume, although I'm going to try and whisper because I know I got a lot of ridicule for being the loud one in the group. So I'll try and keep it down.
Okay, we're taking care of that today. All right, so like what I ask everybody else, tell us about your first layout, what you learned and why you got going in model railroading.
So I think like every good little Christian boy, everybody had, or I would hope every little boy had, you know, the Christmas tree, the trains going around the Christmas tree when they were kids. I had the same. I'm no different. My dad had an O-gauge ring and an HO ring, just you know, a single going around the Christmas tree. Of course, I was never allowed to touch them because you know, I break things when I touch them. I have a tendency of taking things apart and not getting them back together. But when you know, years later, years passed, my parents split up, and the trains were left in boxes at my house. And then when my mom passed away, I guess it was about 7 or 8 years ago, My sister and I sold the house, and that was one of the things that I requested that I take with me. And they've been up in my attic, just sitting in boxes. And then I got onto one of those apps. I think it was either Let Go or Offer Up or something like that. And I was looking for something completely different, and I saw that a guy was selling a whole like allotment of cars and locomotives, and he was in my area. So, I didn't have a layout at the time, but I thought, if I ever got one, if I ever put one back up, he was getting rid of a whole bunch of track. I thought, let me just grab this. It was a good deal, and maybe I'll get to it. So I got all that, and I came down to my basement, and I put up 2 sawhorses and a 4x8 sheet of plywood. Just put out some track, laid it around, started running trains, and this was only 4 years ago. And so I was running trains, having a great time with it, and then I ran into some problem, and I can't remember what it is now. And I decided, well, let me go on YouTube and see if anybody else has this same issue. And that's when I found the community, and everybody, was talking, and I really quickly found the live chats and started participating. And then my little 4x8 sheet of plywood turned into a more complex 4x8 sheet of plywood with everything that I was learning. And then I had that for about maybe a year. And then it was time to tear that down. It was all DC at the time. And I wanted to go DCC because everybody else was doing it. So I picked up an NCE system. I can't remember where. I think it was like a state auction sale or something. I found an NCE system that was really, really cheap. Hey, Grandpa, how are you? And I picked that up, and I completely teared apart my 4x8 sheet of plywood. I found a guy at work that I started talking to, John, and he said, "Hey, you mind if I come over and I help you out?" And I said, "Yeah, sure, let's go." So I'm not sure if I checked with my wife or convinced my wife that I was taking over the other side of the basement. So I did that. I cleared out the other side of the basement and started building the layout, and it is what it is today.
All right. So I know that you have a video about your layout right here. You got that ready, but
Yeah.
we're gonna talk about that in a few seconds. But I got a few more questions before we get to that. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Now you basically answered my next question is when did you start your channel and why? What motivated you? So.
Well, the channel actually, it's weird because my channel was actually started in 2011, I think, when I started my Gmail account. It kind of automatically came with it. I guess I was, went into YouTube and started searching things or something like that. I've always had the YouTube account since 2011, but I wasn't actually using it for model railroading until about 4 years ago. But I didn't actually post my first railroading video until 9 months ago, when my friend Sparky over there challenged me to put up a video, and I said it then, and I say it now. It's all your fault.
Yeah, that's one thing you can't blame on Spark or on Heath. You got to blame that one on Sparky, huh? It's all his fault that you're on here. Yeah. I know that I have a channel that I just started posting videos on not too long ago that I never knew that I had. It was just because, I created another email on Google, and it created an account for me. It created a YouTube channel. So I had a YouTube channel sitting there on, for about 3 or 4 years that I didn't even know about until I wanted to make a new channel. I said, "Oh, there's one already there." Do you have any other channels?
No, I don't. And I was going to. So, of course, this channel that I have now is called Rick Bailey. It follows my main email address. It's the way that Gmail links your email to your YouTube account. The name follows the display name in your email. So I was thinking a little while back, and I made a video about it because I was going to change the name of the channel. But then I realized by changing the name, it was going to change the display name that my email address used. So I couldn't do that. I'm pretty sure that if most people aren't familiar with how that all works, when you send an email and someone receives it, your display name is what they see in the inbox. They don't necessarily see your email. So for mine, when I send you an email, it's going to say Rick Bailey, and then in in brackets or something, it has my email address after it. Well, if I change the name of the channel, it's going to change that front display part of my email, and I can't have that because I use this email for professional reasons, and I can't have somebody receiving an email from Fultz Bailey Railroad with my resume attached to it. That's just not going to work. So then I thought of making it. Heath just brought it up. I need to make a branding account. So here's the issue with the branding account.
Yeah, we went through that, didn't we?
I think you and I did. You and I did. If I can make a branding account, and I can name the branding account exactly what I want. But the branding account starts over at zeros. No subscribers, no likes, no comments, no videos, no nothing. Now I did find a way that I can move all of my videos and my likes, my comments, and my subscribers to the branded account. But what I'm going to lose is all of the comments that I made. And the reason that happens is because those comments were made by Rick Bailey, not the branded account. So if you went on to one of my videos and made a comment and I replied to you as Rick Bailey's no longer the owner, so that comment is no longer valid. So losing that content would make all of the conversations look one-sided, and it would just be really, really weird. So I decided I'm not going to go that route. I'm just going to stay as Rick Bailey. I am who I am. You can find me here, and it is what it is.
I think the reason that you were having so much problem with it is because it wasn't Gmail, but it was the what is your account under?
Okay, so what I did is years ago, a couple guys and myself, we had started a company, and we decided to go with Google as our mail provider. So we have the domain name PCFixerGuy.net. And we basically told Google, or gave Google permission and said, hey, use this as our mailing domain. So we gave them permission to do that. So my whole email system goes through Google, through gmail.com, just like anybody else does. So it is a Gmail account, but it goes through their business G Suite. And I don't think that's so much of a big deal. But it is a little bit different how it's handled rather than rather than an other standard Gmail account.
Yeah, that's it. I think it's a big deal with YouTube because they can't, even though they're a part of Google, they didn't start out with Google. Right. So that's right. What confuses everything on there. So that's the big issue. How did you come to create the bridge guys? Whose idea was that?
I can't remember exactly whose idea it was, but I do remember we were in one of Ray's Sidetrack Sundays, and he was talking about this gap in his layout that he was going to fill with this Center Valley Model Works bridge. And I was in his chat, and I actually think I was helping him moderate that night. So him and I were the only ones live on the screen. And I had mentioned to him, like, hey, I have that model. I bought that bridge, and I have it. And then I believe Grandpa jumped in. Grandpa saying it was our idea. Grandpa jumped in and said, hey, I got that too. So one of us reached out offline, out of the live chat, out of the live stream, and said, hey, we should put this together and make a series. and build this bridge together, not as a competition, but as a kind of like, this is the perspective of how three guys build a bridge. So we all had a different model bridge, all by the same company. And we wanted to show off how they were different, how different people build, and what the outcome would be. So that's how it got started. And now we just this past Sunday we filmed episode 4, and I don't want to give anything away, but it was a little bittersweet. I'm kind of glad that it's over, but I think I'm going to miss spending time with those guys. Believe it or not, we had many conversations over the last many months into the wee hours of the night, and it was a great time. It was a great time.
So I know you already announced that after the 4th episode that you're going to do a live stream, or is the 4th episode a live stream?
No, the fourth episode will be on my channel on this upcoming Sunday at 12 o'clock Eastern time, just like we've done for the past 4 weeks. But then on the same day, Ray is going to do his Sidetrack Sunday, and we're taking over part of that to do a final reveal on what our bridge turned out to be. So on episode 4, when we filmed it, the build is done. So we showed how it looks, or how it's supposed to look at the end of the instructions, and now we're all taking this week to do any final touches or anything that we want to change or add to the model, and you guys will all see that on Sunday.
Okay.
Sunday night.
So tell us about, without revealing anything, without revealing anything that's coming up in the next stream, tell us something about the issues you had with the bridge, how many hours you've been spent on it so far.
Oh gosh, of course, all three of us, we all had our difficulties, and life kind of takes over part of your time, most of your time. I mean, between all of us have jobs and family and whatnot to contend with. I should have calculated it. That actually would have been a great number to have accurate. But if I had to take a guess, I would say that I probably spent at least 4 nights a week down here in the basement, at least 2, possibly 3 hours a night building it. So I'm going to estimate it's somewhere between 32 to 35 hours total to build the bridge. And that's just following the instructions and doing everything that is in those instructions.
I have to put a note in here that is the short version of it, because we talked about this on Discord one night, and he was over there trying to count up all the numbers. and it took him about 5 minutes to figure out that.
I made sure I had a short answer for you.
Okay. Are you going to be doing any live streams after the live stream on Sunday night?
Probably not right away, at least not probably any of my own. I have no issues joining people's live streams. I mean, here I am, and you guys have seen me before in other live streams. I think I just have to get up the guts to set one up myself and actually do it. But I'm not sure if I have those guts just yet. So I probably won't be doing one of my own anytime soon. Actually, I did do one. John was over here. What was it? 2 weeks ago? A week or two ago, and we were working on the layout. And I just grabbed my phone and said, "John, we're going to go live real quick." It was very spontaneous, and I think we were on for like maybe 20, 25 minutes, something like that. And I was just me running around with my phone, showing the layout and introducing John to everyone. He does exist. I promise you, he's there. At least my therapist says he's real. And that was pretty much it. So that was my, I guess, prompt to live stream. But to actually have something with content, yeah, I don't know that I would do that anytime soon.
Okay, so after the bridges are finished, are you going to do any more videos together? Do any more bridges, or you going to call yourself something other than Bridge Guys?
Without giving anything away, all I can say
Okay.
is stay tuned.
Okay. Okay, so
I cannot confirm or deny any of that at the current
okay,
moment.
yeah, that's top secret information. Okay, so I'll stay away from that subject right there. Okay, what do you like?
If I let that go, you guys will give me a flogging, and that wouldn't be good.
Oh, we don't have to worry about flogging. Heath said he was going to do a flogging after the last show, and he never showed up.
He never showed up.
He
we
never
were there.
showed up. We were there waiting.
You and I were there.
Yeah. And he never showed up. We waited for him for about an hour and a half. It was midnight and he still never showed up. Okay, what do you like most about model railroading?
Nothing. No, I'm only kidding. It's funny. What do I like most? I like just running trains. I like hearing the sounds. I like seeing them go. Um, I'm not really much into like operations and like shuttling things around. Although I'll probably wind up getting into it a little bit. I do have a pretty large sized yard, but I think right now I'm only going to use that to break some trains up and build new trains and take them and run them around the layout. It's not like my layout was not built for industry, so. Right now, I have absolutely no plans for buildings or industries or any of that. None of that was built into the layout when John and I were designing the track. So right now, it's just all about running trains. I just like to see them going around. And now that I have that one outside track completed, every time I'm down here, no matter what I'm working on, there's at least 2 trains chasing each other going around the track. It's pretty cool. A long time coming.
All right. So is John the one that was on the lot? The one stream that you did? Okay. So he's the false or Foss or whatever.
He's the false.
He's the false. Okay. Okay. All right. I got it now. Okay. Since you're in Philadelphia, do you rail fan much? I know you did a couple of things with Jerry. So have you done any more?
I don't. I think, no, I have never been out rail fan. I think I've only rail fan 3 times. The very first one that I went with Jerry on, and then I was talking with Jerry one day. I was just sitting at home, and I was texting with Jerry, and he's got the scanner app always going, and he said, "Hey, there's a train coming up from Delaware. It'll be on us in like 15 minutes." So I jumped up out of my chair and I got the kids dressed real quick, and we can actually catch that train maybe about 5 minutes down the road from me. So I threw them in the car and we drove down behind our local CVS where the tracks are, and I watched the trains there. And I think I have a video up on that. But I don't have any past that, and I don't go rail fanning by myself. And I think I've met Jerry maybe once or twice after that while he was doing his rail fanning videos. But no, I haven't gone out solo yet, and I'm not sure that I will. I like trains, and I like seeing the trains. I love how they sound live in person, but I hate waiting for them. I'm not a very patient person. And believe it or not, that was probably my biggest struggle with the bridge. I hated sitting here waiting for the glue to dry. I wanted to move on to the next step. So my patience is very, very, very short.
That's the worst part about everything is the wait. I mean, if you need a schedule there so you can follow the schedule so you can say, okay, I got 10 minutes. Let's go down to the track and then see the train come.
Yep.
Well, that's why you get a scanner so you could hear it coming, so you know when they're coming. Okay, so if anybody, so if anybody has any questions, put it in the chat so we could ask Rick some more questions. He's going to show us a little bit about his layout here, and then I'll get to a couple of questions that I got in the queue. And if you have any more questions, just put it in the chat, and we'll ask him that.
Heath had one up there I saw before, and he just reposted. How often do I jump into the beanbag? I will tell you this: at least once a week, and I will tell you why. Thankfully, my wife doesn't watch this stream, but I usually put the kids on one end and I jump on the other just to watch them fly across the room. At least once a week.
Okay. All right. Now, Rob had a question earlier. Is that an aluminum Falcon light switch behind you?
That is an aluminum. Yeah, that is aluminum Falcon. It's a Millennium Falcon made of aluminum, I guess. Yes. And so prior to model railroading, my other hobby was Legos, and there's my Lego Millennium Falcon. So this was my previous hobby.
Oh, wow.
I've got a couple of those sets around here in the basement also.
I think you showed me something else too that you have handy that
you
built by Lego.
He's up there on the shelf right there. It's a 3-foot submarine that I built. I can't remember the name of the submarine, but it's about yay wide, and it's huge. That took me several weeks to build also.
All right. So you ever think about doing Lego trains?
As a matter of fact, I was contemplating doing Lego trains before I started the HO scale set. But then when I saw the price of it, I backed off, because those things they can get up there when you start looking at piecing out track and how much you would need. And I liked the older sets that Lego made, because they were actually powered rail. And then a couple of years ago, Lego went to all dead rail battery operated locos, and I didn't like that idea. I'm not a real big fan of the battery operated. I would rather do, the metal rail.
Okay. Here's a question here. Is there a standard yay wide or a metric yay wide?
Well, it's like an old fish story. I caught one about this big,
Okay, here's another one. Here's one from Heath. Okay. Will you be giving away one of the bridges as a contest prize?
I am not giving away my bridge. I worked too hard on that guy. Like I said, when we started talking about building the bridge, I can't even remember when I bought the bridge, but I had the bridge for several months. And then we started talking about the bridge back in May. And by the time we got around COVID and trying to schedule things, and everybody's, schedules changing and whatnot, like I said, we didn't start building this thing until 4 or 5 weeks ago. And I would have that thing sitting in the train room, and every time I walked in, it was calling me. And I being the novice of the group and knowing how much that bridge was going to be a pain for me, not ever building anything before and getting into this tough build. I was scared of it. I will be honest. I was. And now that I built it, I have a whole new understanding of kits and models. And who knows, you might just see another one sometime soon.
You started out with one of the hardest kits to build. You realize that, don't you?
I do realize it now. And I have to, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but this thing is done, and it's sitting right over there on my workbench. And every time I look at it, I'm just in awe of how it came together, how it was designed. And I'm impressed with how I took it, knowing the person that I am, and how my patience is so little. I took a whole new direction on building this bridge, and just I had to change my entire mindset just to get it started. And I'm proud of myself for what I've got. And I may have shed a tear, but I'm not going to admit that. You know.
Well, I'll tell you what, he let me in on a little secret. He showed me his bridge a couple of days ago, so I know he did a good job on it. So here's a question: how far away is the beer fridge?
The beer fridge is right here.
Right there, not too far away.
Not too far away.
Okay. So we'll take a few more questions a little bit later. And it's about time for Rick to show us his layout. He has a little video where he's going to show a little bit about his layout, and so we can all see what he's doing on it.
All right.
You ready for that?
Yeah, I'll share the screen up here.
All right, there we go.
All right, so this how we designed this thing. We started our layout. John will kill me if he hears me say my layout. Our layout started with started building the bottom deck first, obviously, and then the structure of this thing is really weird. It's not exactly what I envisioned, but it came out okay. So we built this this bottom deck first, and it consists of 6 yard tracks, and then there's a huge reversing loop that goes around the outside. So a train from the upper deck would come down through this portal that you see there on the right-hand side, and it could enter either side of the track, whether it be right or left. And what it'll do is it'll back up once it makes the turn around. It will back up and dump its cars off into one of those open yard tracks, and then hopefully pick up another track or another train from one of the other available tracks that are there. But when the train goes out to the upper deck, it goes through that little porthole there and comes around the backside, and you can see there's a piece of track that goes around. And it runs all the way through up to that 4-layer helix there. It is an 18-inch helix, and this is where the chat's going to go wild. Yes, I know it is small, but for the space that we had available to build it, 18 inches was all that I could do. So it is 18 inches. I can probably only pull a maximum of maybe 4 or 5 cars up there. Not because of the power, but only because after about 4 or 5 cars, the train starts to pull in on itself and everything goes down in the middle. So rather than do that, we just left it at 4 or 5 cars. I do have a track above that you'll see in a minute that we can have the switcher pull those cars up, lay them there, and then I can have one of my diesels pull the train from there. So the track comes out here. I know it's a mess. Everything is still around. The helix comes out and goes into what I'm calling switch junction, which is a total of 13 different switches right there. One track goes around here to the right-hand side into what will be a tunnel over there on the far side, and then comes back around this way. The other 2 inner loops will loop around to right there, that section where you see the roadbed is where the bridge is going to go. Those 2 tracks come all the way back this way here, past all those trains there. We'll loop around the right side. And once we finish the track over here, this is where the bridge will come together. The 2 tracks come side by side, and that's where the Center Valley Bridge will go. You can see I was playing with the abutments this weekend. And that one track that you see in the center there going off to the left, that's where my my current track is that I can make the loop. So this thing here, so I can take a train around the back end and come across here and go right across that makeshift bridge, and that's where I'm currently playing with trains. So other than that, that's all I got for a video.
So where's the big hole where the bridge is going to go?
Oh, here, let me pull that back up. So you can see from right here, there's an abutment, and then straight across here. So
Oh,
it will
okay.
mimic what's there. So here's the other side of the abutment. So 2 tracks will be here, and 2 tracks will go there because it is a double track bridge. So you can see it's going to be slightly higher than the one that's right here under this duck under. And I just need everyone's prayers and good thoughts that my big, tall, goofy body doesn't hit it on the way down. Because I know it's coming.
Okay, that's a lot of work right there in that small space. My goodness.
It is. That's the only working space that I have. I literally took over this room. I'll go back to the beginning here. So there's the door that you usually see that's behind me.
Uh-huh.
So I literally took over this room and took up every little space that I could to get this train set in there. So there's not much space left over. There's some shelving in the background. I am literally up against, that's my heating unit right there at the top. So that little 3.5 foot space here and whatever space is up the top there, that's all we have to walk around.
I hope you have enough room to pull the filter out.
I do. The filter is right underneath the bridge, and it comes that way. So, yep, that'll be taken care of.
So, do you have the hole in your wall yet to go out to your desk, or is that in the future?
No, that's coming. It's actually going to be right on the other side of this wall here. So I'm going to put a turnout in right there, and it's going to go right through that wall. And when I get back to me live, I'll show you where that pops out. My chair is actually right on the other side of that wall, so it'll come right behind me over top of the fridge.
All right. So real easy to grab a beer while you're operating, huh?
That's it. I'll be able to grab a beer and program a locomotive at the same time. Yeah.
And then you got those PTZ cameras in there also, so you could watch it from your chair.
Actually, yes. You can't see them from here. They're actually in the ceiling. I should have got a shot of that, but there is 3 of them. There's one above the top here. There's one above the door here to get a long shot, and then I have another one that's up in this corner above here to basically get a reverse shot.
All right.
So, but I found a way to get them into OBS, but there's a good 30-second delay in OBS when viewing. So, and I'm not sure if that's because they're networked or what the case may be.
There ought to be an easier way for that, huh?
I would hope so, but we'll see. As things change, you never know.
All right. So thanks for that tour of your railroad. Okay, so where on that side is the hole going to come out? Right there. Okay.
Right there.
So you'll be able to
out there, and I'm going to have to move all this junk. And I'm thinking about just having it curve out over here to the back of the wall, and then put maybe like a 2 or 3 foot section right there as a programming track. This way I can sit right here at my computer, terminal into my Raspberry Pi, and program it directly from there.
Oh, Raspberry Pi.
Yes, my Raspberry Pi runs my JMRI program.
Okay.
So everything will flow through there.
Okay, another one that has Raspberry Pi and JMRI. Good deal. All right.
Yep.
Okay, so we have a few questions here, and let me see if I can. And some of them are going to be really nice questions here. Right? Why are you so tall?
Why am I so tall? Well, believe it or not, I believe it has to do with my parents. Although my mom always said, or my dad always said, he's still trying to find the mailman. So My dad was pretty tall. My mom, I was actually taller than my mom, but yeah, I am 6'5". I'm pretty tall. I duck when I come into the basement, or at least through the doorway.
Okay, here we go. Sparky had one. How much stuff do you have left from the first purchase? Was anything really special in the box? So I don't know what he's referring to there.
I think he's talking about when I got the box from the guy on the app.
Okay.
I don't necessarily think there was anything special. Do I have anything left? I do have something left, but I'm in the process of gifting it to a good friend of mine. I just have to get it in a box and in the mail. I have a full set of uh, Pennsylvania Railroad passenger cars that I have no intentions on running, and I just so happened to find one of the bridge guys was interested in them, so they are going to make an appearance, hopefully on Ray's layout sometime soon. I gave Sparky a whole bunch of crap for getting me my mugs so late, and here I am doing the same thing to Ray because I promised them to him like maybe a month ago. So Sparky, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, he was stressing out before we came on, and he said he couldn't find the mugs. He thinks one of them was in a dishwasher.
I was going to enjoy a beverage in my mug, and I believe my wife commandeered one of them. It's up in her office, and the other one I believe it's in the dishwasher from the previous beverage.
Okay, here's one from Anfield. How big is your layout?
How big is my layout? I knew somebody was going to ask, so I did the measurements. I'm breaking it down into two sections. So what you saw on the left-hand side over by the heating unit is 7 foot long by 3 foot wide. The big section where the loops are is 16 feet long and 5 foot wide.
Okay. So that is not too big, but you got a lot of packed into there.
There is. It is mostly all track. When my original thought, and I know I'm going to regret this later, but I'm trying not to eat my own words. My original thought was I just wanted track that I could run train, and you can see from the layout there is very, very little space to put buildings, industries, and other things.
All right. Do you have a favorite go-to locomotive on your layout?
I do.
Ellison
and
wants
Sparky
to know.
will love this one. It is my SD 70 Ace with the road name of CN. It has a Soundtrax locomotive in it, and it has two features that I love. It does. You can hear the guys doing the rail line or the yard chatter on it. And believe it or not, I don't understand why, but there is a feature in this locomotive. I believe it was meant to, or somehow, to pull a passenger car, because when you go into JMRI and you look at the sound effects, a flushing toilet is an option. So every so often when I am running this train around my layout, randomly you will hear a toilet flush.
Well, that happened on my live stream one time too, when I had to take a bathroom break. Okay. Does your wife know what you do in the basement? Does she ever come down there? Does she know not to drink out of the mug?
That's a bunch of questions.
Yeah.
Yes, my wife does come down to the basement. This side of the basement is partly set up, or at least it was originally set up for the kids as a playroom. Unfortunately, life takes over, and right now it's a bit of a storage dump. But She does come down to this side. I don't often see her in the train room, but she does pop in every so often just to check on me to make sure I'm still alive. Um, when I'm in there, I kind of turn the radio up and I'm in my own zone. And believe it or not, I can't hear her from upstairs and I can't even hear her from the next room. So she often has to either call me on the phone or actually come down here and knock on the door to get my attention. There was a third question in there that I forgot.
Okay. Does she know not to drink out of the mug?
She took the clean one. The other one's in the dishwasher. And it's so funny. If you saw my last video, the parody I did for Sparky and the mugs, it was basically like everywhere this mug traveled was a good place to have coffee. Today, my wife was having a bad day. She's a school teacher, and I guess her kids were getting on her nerves. She grabbed the mug, she went up to her office, and she did one of these parodies and sent it to me on my phone. And she was basically like explaining to the kids how to do a math problem. And then I'm trying to figure out why she sent this to me. And then all of a sudden she goes, "Coffee's even good for school." And I was cracking up. It made my day.
All right. Now this isn't a question, but Steeler fan says, Tom doesn't recognize us novices. We exist, I tell you. I recognize you, Frank. I know you're there. I'm giving you a chance. There you go. Okay, here's another one. He got lucky having all the instructions. DJ and I had a quarter of a bridge to deal with.
That is so true. It is so true. I can't deny that. I can't deny that at all.
Okay, here's one. What is the big fan for on the layout?
What is the big fan for? Oh, on the bottom. Honestly, to tell you the truth, in the summertime, it gets really it gets warm down there, and just above the layout, there's a window. So we usually put the fan in the window. But right now, since I'm mostly focused on trying to get the top done, I haven't done like any work or cleaning or anything underneath of that track. Today, when I took that video, I found the fan. Now I know where it is.
So it's been lost.
It was lost for a good time, but I know where it is now.
All right. Okay, here's a comment here from Steven. Look, he had success with his helix.
No, there's no success in that helix at all. I absolutely hate it, and it actually took us. We redesigned that helix 3 times, and finally, the version that it is now is what I left with because I couldn't stand doing it anymore. It took us over a year just to build the helix.
Wow. That's a long time.
We couldn't. So between the bottom deck and the top deck, there's only 18 inches of space to climb. But when you equate that into slope and grade and all that, technically those rings, there should be 6 of them. So what we originally tried to do was, instead of making it just a circle, we tried to make it a giant oval going basically 4x8 sheets around. The problem that I had with that is you saw that little space where I was filming from. If I would have kept the helix in an oval, I would have literally had to get on my hands and knees and crawl under it to get in there. And hearing everybody's horror stories about everything going wrong inside a helix, I wasn't even about to begin to deal with that. So I figured I'm going to cut it short, leave it as a circle, and if I have to get in there, at least it'll be easier to get in that way than having to crawl on my belly to get through it. So
all right. And you're looking towards the future, because the older you get, the harder it is to get out from underneath the layout.
That it is.
Okay. Good to see that you cleaned up before shooting the video.
Who says I didn't?
Okay.
I noticed as I stop using things, that's when they get put away. But if I know I'm going to need it for something else, it just kind of lays out on the layout. So I think I mentioned in one of my previous videos, once this bridge goes in and all the track is down, I can put away all my track equipment because I have no other use for those tools to run track because it'll all be complete.
And
for
then,
now.
And then if you ever need it again, you won't be able to find it because you put it away.
Because I put it away. Exactly.
That's how it usually goes.
Send back my peanuts.
Yeah. He says you're very organized.
It's an organized mess. That's what I call
there
it.
You go. Beer train. Yes. Okay. Are you going to clean off your desk?
Eventually, yeah, I'll probably clean it off at some point. There's just a bunch of scattered crap here that I'm working on. I guess I'm going to have to if I decide to put that hole in the wall.
Yeah, when you get around to it. Well, there'll be a diaper in the box that you send to Ray.
No, but there might be one in the packing peanuts going back to Sparky.
There you go. All right. Now, when I was on with Heath yesterday on his live stream, and we were talking about ones and zeros, he wants to know if you understand that.
Yes, I understand the ones and zeros and the bits and bytes. Yep.
See, that's not hard.
It's not hard at all. It's not hard at all. I mean, if you think about it, one of the very first things that I learned, as most of you guys know, I'm an IT guy. I manage a network for a company, and I do a lot of desktop support. So I'm in the IT business, so to speak. A computer really only knows one thing. 1 is on and 0 is off. Everything else was programmed by a human. So computers really know nothing.
Actually,
it's only what we tell them.
Yeah, we have to tell them everything because they're stupid. Yeah. They can calculate fast, but they have to be told what to calculate.
Right.
All right. Okay, here we go. Here's one from Crazy Joe. It's a statement, though. She said she built her bridge with no instructions.
Oh my!
Oh my goodness!
I would love to see how that came out. Is there a video of that? I'll definitely watch.
All right, I will too. Rick Bailey sent back my peanuts. There you go. You're re-gifting the peanuts. Okay, is there any
worth the postage?
Any other questions for Rick tonight? Let me put this back up there. Put a question down in the wherever the comments go, for below you or to the right of you or wherever you pop them out to. Put it in the chat if you have any more questions.
Grandpa's got one up there that I would love to answer. He said, "What is it like working with two goofballs?" I would have to say I'm not sure, because you've got another goofball there. So if you're of like-minded people, how can you really judge?
And I seen a comment in there about I can't remember who it was, but he wanted to see the bridge, and I know you're not going to show it, so that's coming out on Sunday.
I cannot show the bridge. I wish I could.
Okay.
I wish I could.
All right, here you go. Yes, there's a video of my bridge on my layout. Okay, good deal.
I will take a look at it.
We'll have to look for that. Okay. Any more questions for Rick?
He said, "What's your favorite thing about model railroading?" I think I answered that earlier. Nothing.
Nothing.
Running trains, Heath. I just like to see the trains go. And now that I've got the first line complete, it's been a long 4 years to get to that point, and I sit there in awe as I have 4 trains just following each other around on one single track. And like I said, once I get this bridge in there, I can't wait to get all 3 lines active, because I plan on putting 2 trains on each track. So at one point, I will have 6 active trains. And that doesn't include the yard. So I can have a couple down there too.
All right. That is impressive. I mean, I don't know if you really want to do that, but if you want to try to run 6 trains at a time, I have trouble running. I have trouble running 2 trains at a time.
We haven't had any crashes yet, and we've had 4 on there. Now, granted, John was running 2 on his joystick, and I was running 2 on mine, so it was easy to keep track of.
Okay, here's the thing right here. To err is human. To really screw things up is humanity. Junction.
Yes.
Yeah, way to go. How many more kids are you going to have?
None. I've hung that right up. That's not going anywhere anytime soon.
All right. Are you going to make next May's meet and greet at Strasbourg, or are you going to have another child?
Well, if I was going to have another baby, I would need to practice now. I'm not cutting this live stream short anytime soon. I'm going to say that's not going to be a factor. So I am very hoping. I've already told my wife, I don't care if it falls on our anniversary, which is May 14th. I am going to Strasbourg, and I'm hoping to bring the family along with. So
all right, good deal. Are you going to try to get a place at the Caboose Hotel?
I would hope so, but I've got I know I've gone on the website and I've seen all the different rooms and everything. I have to convince my wife to stay in one of them. I thought they were pretty nice, but I can't drive past a Holiday Inn without checking it out.
They're a caboose. They're not a Holiday Inn. Let me tell you, it's a caboose. They do have mattresses in them, but okay. I think I got one more here.
Scott says I might not have a wife when I get back. I'm hoping she comes with. If not, Sparky's taking me home in his luggage, one or the other.
he'll be going in the wrong direction.
Right.
Will you be doing any type of scenery?
Yes, I will eventually. Once I get the tracks up and running, I really just want to play around with the tracks and have the trains go. I have watched all of your videos. I've seen all of you guys that have done scenery. I've paid attention. If you notice in some of the scenes over there, especially on the inclines, I did do some plaster clothing because I know when I put the ballast down, I didn't want that to fall through the styrofoam. So I know a lot. There's a lot up here. I just have to get it back out. I've got a lot of your videos that are marked for, watch later, so I could go back and see how you guys did it. Eventually, scenery will come. I will film it. You guys will be a part of it, but probably not for a little while.
Okay. Okay, here's a good one here. What's cool is he's going to run 6 trains after programming them drunk. That's a video worth waiting for. There you go.
Steve, you may get that video. Be careful.
Coming soon. Okay. How many hours do you spend on your railroad?
Not enough. Not enough. And the main problem that I have with I'm a people person. I like to be around people and I like to work with people. Working on this by myself, while things do get done, I would rather have John around to do them. One, so that he can see in the process if I'm making a mistake or if we have to alter something, because I will tell you, and John will attest to this, there have been times when he came over and just went, "What did you do? Because that's not right." And I'm like, "Oh, I forgot to do that," or "I messed that up," or something. So not saying that working on my own is not productive, but having someone there to help work through it helps my train of thought to stay on track.
All right. He has to make sure that you don't make any mistakes, huh?
and vice versa. He's not above making mistakes either.
Okay. What do you want to be when you grow up?
Well, next year I'll be hitting 40. So it depends on what you mean by growing up, because in my mind, growing old is mandatory, but growing up is optional. So I think as long as I stay young in my heart, I've got nothing to worry about.
I don't think any of us grow up. We grow old, but don't grow up.
That's it.
Yeah, there you go. And Joel. Oh, okay. That's the wrong one. Never mind. I pulled out the wrong one. Okay. Where did it go? Okay, here we go. Joel thought that we were ending. Okay, it's only 9:16. We don't end that early.
And we started late. So
yeah, we started late. All right. We got a super sticker from Grandpa Rails. Okay. I can't put that up in the lower thirds, but I could do this. All right. Thank you, JD. And let me bring Rick back up in here. Okay. So I don't see any more questions here. There might be some comments, but
all right. Well, Tom, let's turn it up. Do the members song. Let's get jamming here.
Okay. Well, we got to get some members here, and Chazgo says the module cam, and we're going to get that right now. Okay. Where's the module cam here? Okay. Here we go. There we go. There's the module cam, and I have an announcement with this module cam. You're seeing the module there right now, but pretty soon that is not going to be there because we're going to be moving. So I have to knock everything down, especially this stuff right here. So I sent an email out to the president of Scale Rails of Southwest Florida, asking him if there's anybody at the club that wants any part of this layout here. They could have it for a nominal fee, or if they take it out of here, they could have it for nothing. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. We're having a hard time going up and down the steps anymore, so we're going to be selling this place and moving out into a one-story house, and that's what we did this weekend. We were looking, and in fact, we're going to go out and look some more tomorrow. And I had already contacted the mortgage company, got my pre-approval for a mortgage, so we're all set to go to make an offer on something. But before I put this thing up for sale, I got to get rid of this here and the module cam. And I see we got a super chat from Steeler Fan. Okay, here we go. All right, $2 from Steeler Fan. Frank, thank you very much. Here we go. Thank you very much, Frank. I really appreciate it. And question, here we go. What HOA will you be joining? I tell you what, most of the HOAs that we looked at, they aren't like this one here. I mean, this one is ridiculous. I mean, there are some HOAs that at the places we looked at was like $2 a month or $58 a month, not like the $260 a month that I have to pay here to get nothing. And I seen somebody, I think Scott wanted a rant, and I might not have a rant tonight. I'll have to check, but maybe I might have a YouTube rant later on. So, okay. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it, and I got to sell some stuff here. I got to thank all the members, and here we go. can show your support and become a member by smashing that join button. But wait, there's more. There you go. All right, thank you very much for all who support this channel. Without your help, I wouldn't be able to do this stuff. All right, so there were some questions over there that I gotta. Tom can't get a basement. Debbie found one and it said it had a basement, and I had to remind her that when I moved to North Carolina, the house that we rented out said that it had a basement, but when we got there, it was actually a crawl space. So down south, they call basements they call crawl spaces basements. So I says, no, I know it's not a basement.
Everybody needs a place to hide a body, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Will you still have a train room? Yes. Yes, I will have a train room. In fact, one of the requirements is either a 2-car garage or a big shed. And I just found one today really cheap. It has a 1-car garage, and above the garage, there is an apartment up there with a kitchen and a bathroom. And it's a big room. So there's one place. And it also has a shed on the other side of the property that is like, I think it's about 16 by 29. And it got electric in it. So, that's one of the we're going to look at tomorrow, because that is 2 possibilities. 2, yeah.
All right, Sparky's being Sparky. He said, "How many chuggas are there before choo choo?" Ask that on the live chat.
Chugga chugga choo choo.
Does anybody know how many chuggas are before the choo choo?
2. Is that what it is? 2? Okay. Andy had a question. What's an HOA? And I think somebody already answered it. It's the Homeowners Association. Can I have all the Arduinos? I think a couple of people asked about the Arduinos. I'm keeping the Arduinos.
All right. I'm putting the first bid in on the Doritos.
I might eat them before that. I'll take your Arduinos. No, the Arduinos are staying. I have room for that. I don't have room for this. I'm going to be rebuilding that. So, okay. And this is the second time I've seen this. Why is my name spelled wrong? Where did I spell your name wrong? How did I spell it? I didn't get it because I went back and looked and I couldn't find where I spelled it wrong. Okay.
It's not spelled, Heath, it's not spelled wrong. It's spelled uniquely.
There you go. How did I spell it wrong there? I went over that 3 or 4 times the last time I seen that, and I couldn't find where I spelled it wrong. He needs glasses.
He said in the members video.
In the members video? Okay.
Oh, you used parentheses instead of brackets, he said.
Oh.
So I guess in reality, that's not a spelling. That's a bad punctuation mark.
Yeah, there you go. That's a punctuation error there. Oh, my goodness. Shoot me. Oh, jeez. Wait a minute. Here we go. You're so picky. Sparky, it's YOU''RE, not your. You know, when I do stuff in chat or on or especially on Twitter, if I put your when I'm supposed to put you are, oh man, people come up there and correct me all the time. And I said, thank you, Professor. Jeez. Sparky's English professor now. Okay. Anyone noticed that Curtis resembles Tom? That's Curtis right there. That's Curtis from Culver's. He's the cheese curd. And they got a female one that has big lips with and eyelashes. I can't remember what her name is, but that's Curtis. When I saw that at Culver's, I had to pick that up. Time for clogging and a flogging. Okay. Oh, missed it. Here we go. You said you might sell some stuff. Do you know what you're selling, by the way? I wear glasses as well. Lehigh Valley Model Railroader. I might sell some of the buildings along with it. It depends on how much I feel like packing in boxes. So most of this stuff right here is all that stuff back there is plastic. That's all DPM and other plastic kits back there. But all the rest of the stuff is wood kits. And wait a minute, I got some. Okay, yeah, all the stuff back there is plastic. Some of those are wood kits right there. But then all that, there's a few plastic kits back there. I may be getting rid of those. I don't know. It depends on how much I feel like packing up in boxes. So make me an offer and make me an offer that I can't refuse, and I might get rid of it. Okay, so anyway, what else do we got going on? I did the member stuff. I did what else? I got, oh, wait a minute. I forgot to mention Frankie Yankovic and the Yankees are here. All right. All right. He's been waiting over in the corner over there all night to do that. All right. Rick's been talking up all evening. It's already 9:30 and we got a late start, so this isn't very long yet. So we got some time to go yet. What is going on? Okay, I'm going to take bids on my stuff over here. If anybody wants to buy it, just let me know. Send me an email, tomstrainsandthings@gmail.com. If you want to buy anything, I'll listen if you have a good price on it. And Sparky says, what is Discord? All right. That is a place where we hang out after the live show. Yeah.
That's where the after party is.
Yeah. And that's
Sparky, I'm telling you now, go to discord.com. Make a username. I will send you the invite to Tom's Discord. We can go there after here, and it's like this, but anybody with a Discord account can join. Tom's already got information and categories all set up. He's been working on it all week. I've been testing it for him and help him out. Dex has been helping him out also. I am new to Discord, and I'm loving it. And I know Tom's looking at me going, Rick, why did you jump in here? I was talking about that.
That's okay.
Go to Tom's Discord. Let's hang out. Let's have fun. It's a 24-hour spot to hang out.
Yeah.
Chat in YouTube is great over there. Where are we at? Over there? Yeah. But Discord is 24/7. You could be there at any time.
Anytime.
And you could sit there and just chat in one of the categories, or you can go and put your camera and your microphone on and
do videos like this too. That's how we ended up on Midnight Madness the other night. We was chatting on Discord about stuff, and then we ended up doing a live stream. It wasn't supposed to be a live stream, but anyway, Sparky's already on Discord. He just signed in last Monday, but he never showed up there. Okay, so
Oh,
But yeah, just like Rick said, we go on there at night. Rick's on there almost every night around 9 o'clock, and while he's building his bridge, he's there. And if you tap on his window, he'll pop in and put his video on and start chatting with you. Scott Eric Catalano's in there too. Let me see. We had Dex in there chatting one night too. So come on over to Discord. And there's a lot of information on there. And every day I put a little bit more information on there about Arduino, about model railroading. And you could also promote yourself on there. If you got some videos, you could put it in there because I have a section on there, promote yourself. Let me see if I could pull this up here. And I used to have a close-up on it until I messed up. But here we go, right there. That's Discord. And let me see. We're in new users. Introduce yourself. And Chasco, he introduced yourself. Hi, y'all. Chasco here. I model in N-scale and model in the Norfolk Southern Railroad. Gotta love the thoroughbred, 69 years old and retired. All right. And we got a general where you could just talk about different things. You got a place for questions. Okay. And promote yourself. You could put in your channel and stuff like that. We had a few people who already put their channels in there. Shannon Tapia, I think he's from Australia. He just said that he couldn't be here because he had to go to work. It was, it's about 11:30 in the morning over there. Caboose 121, Art, PDRR Engineer. Okay, Frank, Steeler Fan 820. Okay, we got another introduce yourself. Yo, pilot in control. That's, if you didn't know, that's Scott. Okay. And it pops up right there. We already did that. We've got another one in general. Okay. Ray Bo. Hi all. Okay. So, and new users. Ray Bo. Okay. Good deal. All right. Then we got tips and tricks. Okay. This is in response to what Scott was saying on some chat earlier about him sneezing and losing everything that he had on his table. And Arduino projects here, you could put anything that you want in there. If you're a content creator or you want to stream, and it's taken a while to get on there, but come on. Okay, there you go. But there's some tips and stuff on there about that, advanced equipment, and there's some tutorials on here also about content creation and streaming. And come on. All right. Message failed to load. Oh my goodness. All when you are alive. And somebody was asking about OBS, and EPOS Vox has about a 30 video playlist, but he added it to a different playlist where he has stuff for gaming on there also. And you can see in the voice channel, we got Steeler Fan and Heath in there right now. So go and join that and join the fun, because we have lots of fun and we talk about anything in there after the show. So go ahead and join in. And just like the Nightbot says, and I had to scold him last time because last week he was timing people out for doing excessive excessive caps and excessive emojis. And that's just like me here. I've been on Discord for a while, but really don't use it. I've been on Discord for maybe about 5 years and hardly ever used it. I was I was a member of 2 groups, and hardly ever used it until recently when DCC EX started up. So after that, I figured, well, we need one for model railroading. So I created this one here. Okay. Yeah, I scolded that bot because he was timing everybody out, and I had to change the bot on Discord also because he was putting up all kind of weird things on there that gamers use. So I got rid of that. So anyway, thank you for stopping by in the Discord, and if you haven't joined yet, go ahead and join. Okay, Carr has a Discord as well. Okay, don't know who that is, but explain, Ray. Okay. Heath, were you there? I lost all audio. Well, you could tell him in the thing. You could go on there and click on your microphone. You might have you might have muted your microphone or muted your headphones on there, or maybe Heath just isn't talking. Okay, so that's the deal. Okay, Craig Rexon says we're going to have a double flogging tonight. I'm glad Heath is there tonight because last weekend or last Monday he said he was going to come on and do the flogging and he never showed up. So glad he's there. Oh, Crossed Anchors Railroad. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I joined that one. I'm not too good with those acronyms. There you go. Crossed Anchors Railroad. Does Boat have a Discord too? Okay. Boat. Yeah, because Ray said Carr has a Discord.
Oh, Boat. Okay. Took me a minute. I got you.
He's taking over for Rob. Okay.
I would have got it faster if he would have said, does Train have one? But yeah, okay, I got it.
Okay, and speaking of Crossed Anchor Railroad, hey, there he goes. All right, he just joined in. The second I log on, my headphones cut out. There you go. See, that happens. Heath messes up everything, doesn't he?
Heath, are you trying to log in from or on the same machine as you're listening to YouTube? Because your headphones will only take sound from one or the other.
One, yeah. Just like on your video camera.
Yeah, I had that problem with my video camera. I've got another camera over there on my workbench, and I noticed when I was using that camera and microphone with Discord, and I tried to use this camera, it kept stealing the microphone from there. So my voice was being projected from that microphone, but using this camera to do the video. So it's really weird how the device gets captured by those apps.
Okay, did you finally get your microphone working on this camera right here, or are you still on that one over there?
Nope, that one's actually unplugged, and I made sure it was unplugged so I could stay here tonight. But you know what I had to do? These two cameras, for some odd reason, when I plugged them in and installed them, it comes in as two separate devices. There, when you go into the device manager, you see the camera as an image device, and under sound, you see it as a microphone. For some odd reason, I had to go in and uninstall the microphone and then reinstall it on both devices, and it seemed to work after that. And I even went into OBS and verified that I could see all three, and all three were working independently. So,
okay.
Rick is yelling, but the mic is across the room. That's how it was.
Yeah, and it was even loud when it was 7 feet away.
When it was 7 feet away. I'm telling you, they gave me an office at work just because of that, so I could shut the door and talk to people. I'm a very loud person. I don't know what it is. I've been dealing with it all my life. I have not learned what an inside voice is.
if you think Rick is loud, wait till his kids get behind him and they're down there when he's on a video.
Oh
They
God.
drowned him out.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, when we were doing the test call for this yesterday. Gosh.
Yeah, they were screaming, and I could barely hear what Rick was saying.
I eventually had to just send them upstairs because I couldn't concentrate on
it runs in the family.
Yeah, that it does.
All right. So, is there any other questions for Heath?
I'm not Heath.
I got Heath on the mind. We're talking about Heath. Any questions for Rick?
We can put Heath under fire. That's fine by me.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Rick can't be part Italian. His arms don't move. Believe it or not, my arms do move. I've tried to keep them below the camera most of the time. I did marry an Italian woman, but it was only for her cooking. And most people think this is a beer belly, but it's not. It's all pasta.
Pasta.
I was so much thinner before I got married, I swear.
Yeah, am I the special guest for the night? You're the special guest on Discord.
That's it. That's it.
All right. So it's about 9:43. If there's no other questions, we may head on over to Discord. So anything else for Rick? Public service announcement. I won't be on as much, guys, as I have started back working on my workshop, so I will be around when I can. That is from Rob. Okay, so there we go. So you are just so special.
Questions? I'm going to walk the dog. All right.
The Italian pasta eater. Okay.
Heath, make sure you take the pooper scooper.
There you go. Okay, there you go. Here, don't miss it. Roasting Heath tonight. Come on over to Discord. All right.
I'll be a little late, but I'll try and get over there. I got to check on the kids first.
Yeah, I won't be there for too long tonight because I got to go to bed early because we got to get up early to drive 2 hours up to Avon Park. That's about 2 hours away from here. So I'll be on for a little while.
North or south?
North. I mean,
North.
There is no 2 hours south of here. I could only
go.
Oh,
yeah, I guess so. What was I thinking?
I can only go about 15 minutes until I hit water.
Yeah, that's true. See, you hit water. Well, turn around and come back 4 times.
Yeah, there you go. The only way I could do is go around in circles. There you go.
Like Gilligan, the 3-hour tour.
3-hour cruise.
There you go. Ray said Cuba.
Yeah, there you go. I can make it to Cuba.
2 hours south of Savannah. Close to Tampa. Nice.
All right. So, did I do everything on here that I'm supposed to do? I didn't have a rant today because oh, wait a minute. Maybe I could. Nah, I don't have a rant. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, this is another YouTube rant. Okay, just like this new stuff on here. Okay, you set up your live stream, and once you got it all set up and scheduled, you can't go in there and change the tags and stuff like that. You got to go back into the old studio, open up a new tab there, click on the live stream that you just created and, you had to schedule first, and go in there and change your tags. And so I had to do another thing. I had to do another one of those messages to YouTube that they never listened to. So that was a short rant today, but it was a rant. But okay, Stephen Rowe, we have a super chat. All right. All right, look at that. $5 super chat from Stephen Rowe. And here we go. Is Rusty still in here? All right. Thank you very much, Stephen Rowe. I really appreciate it for that super chat. There we go. I think that's it for tonight. Unless you have anything else to talk about with Rick, we could go on over to the Discord server after this and chat a little bit over there. So I'm going to put some music on here and everybody could say goodbye to each other and all that good stuff. And let me turn it up just a little bit so you could hear that stuff. And I'll play a couple of songs and then we'll end this thing up. I want to thank Rick for coming on. I got to tell a little story about Rick. When I announced that I wanted to have some guests on, he sent me a message on Hangouts. And who checks Hangouts? And last week I'm looking at my Gmail and I look down at the bottom and there's a little thing from Rick Bailey down there, and I click on it and he says, "Hey, I'm up for being a guest." That was what, a month ago?
let me see.
Was it August 28th or something like that?
August 12th.
August 12th. So that was over a month ago. I finally saw it. I don't look at Hangouts. You know, it's a little thing down at the bottom.
I think I sent it like as soon as you announced it on your channel, on your live stream. I went over and went doo-doo-doo. And you know, I was shocked at first when I didn't hear anything. Not that I'm anybody special, but you know, I didn't even get an acknowledgement, and I thought, man, I guess I'm not worthy for Tom's Trains and Things. I felt a little small. And then Heath made it before me, and after that, I called it quits. I wasn't even gonna pursue it.
I mean, who does anything on Hangouts anymore? I mean, it was right there in front of me and I never saw it. You know, it's way down at the bottom left-hand corner, and I just happened to look down there because I was, you have to hit the more to go down to the spam to clear out your spam. And I looked under there and it's Rick Bailey. What the? So I clicked on that. Hey, I'll be on there. And I said, "Oh my goodness, he sent that a month ago." All right. So thank you for volunteering. And I apologize for taking so long to respond.
Quite all right. I'm honored to be here, and I thank you so much for the opportunity.
Great. I had a good time with you tonight. Oh, here comes Sadie. All right.
Sadie girl.
Debbie finally got off the phone. She was talking to her sister the whole time, talking about me.
Yeah.
Again. She takes the time for the live stream to talk to her sister. Sadie, huh? Was you with Mommy, huh? Yeah, there you go.
You got plenty of moderators now filling in for her, so no worries.
Okay. All right. Okay, here you go. You got to go potty, huh?
Come on.
All right. And I got a wet nose
now.
All right. So I want to thank everybody for stopping in tonight. And I want to thank everybody for the super chats and super stickers and everybody that has joined in Discord. Did we get any more people in here? I see questions. I see new users. Okay, who do we got? We got Possum Bayou in there to join. Why Are You Naked joined. And Marty M joined. And Jim McCann joined. And let me see. Cross Anchors, he joined yesterday, I think. Okay, or was that today? That says new. Okay.
I still get that permissions problem when I'm going into new users.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't.
How long are you a new user?
That's a read only. I mean, you can't. So Joel's on there. So what kind of issue you having with it? You can't read it?
I'll show you. Let me get logged in. I'll share the screen.
Okay.
For you real quick. All right, so when I go over to Tom Trains and Things and I hit new user, you do not have permission to view the message history of new user.
Huh. Okay. I'll have to
But
undo
I can
that.
I can go in all the other ones.
Okay. Hold on a second. Permissions. I don't see a thing in there for that. Manage messages. Members with permissions can delete messages. I don't want you to do that. Embed links.
I thought maybe only new people could see it.
Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. There we go. Okay, now try it. So you should be able to do it now. Read message history. There we go.
Yes, welcome to new users.
Okay, so now you can see it. Okay.
Andy Ambrose, welcome to Train of Thought. So
Okay.
it looks like I can't see anything previous, but I can see everything upcoming.
Okay. Yeah. So everything on there you could read, but you can't write into that. That's the only thing you can't write into. Okay. So, all right. So we got some other people on here talking. So thank you all for joining. Let's see where we at here. We'll put both of us up here so we can see what's going on. Okay. So let me find the right song to end this thing on, and we'll end this. Okay.
I see a bunch of people are leaving. Ray's leaving. Grandpa's leaving.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have. Yeah. Okay. The closet brand just got in here, and I just noticed here I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 songs in here, so I'm gonna have to re-enter all my songs too. So we'll end it on Vagabond Trail. Beans are good for the heart. The more you eat, the more you fart. Okay. All right. That's from Scott. Here we go.
Looks like we can write in your users.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, we
Oops.
can.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Pilot and control is being naughty.
Oh, man. Read messages, send messages. Boom. All right. Okay. Now. Okay. Now try to write in there, and I bet you can't. Okay. All right.
Nope.
Now I got it right. Okay. Okay. I got Rick as my sidekick there in Discord because he helps me with all the permissions and stuff like that and tells me what I do wrong.
I'm just the quality assurance manager.
Yeah, there you go. All right, we're going to end it at the end of this song, so I got to get this thing all queued up to end so I do this right. And even though, now here's another part of the rant, even though, let me show you this here, even though you have the thing selected to end automatically, you still have, oops, wrong one. Where am I here? Oh, okay. There we go. See the end stream right there? You still have that button up there. So what is going on? Even though you select start automatic and end automatic, you still have that up there also. So go figure. So thank you very much for stopping by. We'll see you, and